What if I told you that the lines separating you from the world never existed? That your thoughts, your emotions, your intentions aren't just private little sparks in your brain, but powerful waves that ripple through the very structure of reality. Science is beginning to confirm what ancient mystics have said all along. Everything is connected, and not metaphorically, literally, physically, energetically. If you're feeling stuck, lost, or like life keeps repeating itself, you might just be out of tune with the field you were born to influence. And once you understand this, your entire reality can shift. Stick with me until the end of this video, because once you learn how this works, you will never see your life the same way again. And if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. We explore the hidden forces behind human potential and how to unlock them. Let's begin. Growing up, we were all taught the same lie, that you are a separate being, cut off from everyone else, that your mind is sealed away in your head, and that the world is something outside of you. That's the illusion. You are not separate. You are not an isolated dot in a universe full of other dots. You are part of one living system. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take sends a signal out into the greater field. There is no division. There is no real boundary, only energy, and that energy is interconnected. Now let's talk about quantum entanglement. Imagine splitting two particles and placing them far apart, across the globe even. When you change one, the other reacts instantly. No signal, no delay, just immediate, perfect communication. This is not science fiction. This is science fact. Einstein struggled with it. He called it spooky action at a distance. But in 1982, physicist Alain proved it. Two particles can stay connected even when light years apart, which means if all matter came from the same origin, then all matter, including you and me, is still entangled. Let that sink in. The fabric of reality is one. You are not separate from it. You are entangled with it. The next big idea is this. Your consciousness is not trapped in your head. Old science believed your mind was just a function of your brain. But newer research points to something much more powerful. Your mind is a field, and your brain, it's the receiver, which means your thoughts aren't staying inside you. They're moving through space. When you think, when you feel, you send signals. And what's even more incredible, the heart sends out a field thousands of times stronger than the brain. The HeartMath Institute discovered that the human heart is not just a pump. It's an electromagnetic broadcaster. And your emotions, they're the signal. That's why when you walk into a room, you can feel the mood. That's why your sadness affects others. That's why gratitude makes you glow. You're sending out frequencies every single moment. Now here's where it gets even deeper. You may have heard of the double-slit experiment. It's simple, but shocking. Physicists fired particles at a barrier with two slits. When no one watched, the particles behaved like waves. But when someone observed the experiment, the particles collapsed into a single form. What does that mean? It means observing something changes it. Your consciousness changes reality. You're not just watching life happen, you're shaping it just by paying attention. The universe doesn't just run on rules, it runs on your perception of them. But here's the thing. Most of your power isn't coming from your conscious thoughts. It's coming from something deeper, your subconscious mind. It runs the show. It sends out signals even when you're not thinking about it. It decides what you attract, what you repeat, what you sabotage, and what you allow. And here's the kicker. Your subconscious mind was mostly programmed before you turned 7. That's right. Before you had to think critically, your brain was in a super absorbent state. Everything people said, everything you experienced, all the beliefs of your parents, your environment, got wired in. So if you grew up hearing, money is scarce, people can't be trusted, you have to struggle to survive, then guess what? Those beliefs became your default broadcast. Even now, as an adult, that's why it feels like you're stuck. That's why things repeat. Because your subconscious is still sending out the old frequency. But here's the good news. You can reprogram it. You can change the signal. And once you do, the field, the energy matrix, will respond. Here's how you start. Step 1. Go into a meditative state. Slow your breath, close your eyes, enter the calm. Then visualize what you want. See it, feel it, make it real in your mind. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference. Step 2. Use affirmations, but not empty ones. Say things like, I am worthy of abundance, or love flows to me effortlessly, and mean it. Add emotion. Emotion is the carrier wave. Step 3. Practice heart-brain coherence. Breathe into your heart. Feel gratitude. Stay there for 60 seconds. This creates a powerful magnetic field. And step 4. Use techniques like tapping, EFT, or NLP to remove the old blocks. The subconscious resists change, but it listens to repetition and emotion. Now let's talk about the moment everything starts changing. It's not always pretty. When you shift your frequency, the universe will test you. Say you set the intention for abundance. Then your car breaks down. You ask for a soulmate, and an ex shows up. These aren't setbacks. These are tests. The universe is asking, are you serious? And your reaction determines your frequency. If you react with panic, doubt, or fear, you fall back into the old signal. But if you stay calm, trust the process, and stay in the new vibration, you pass the test, and the shift begins. Now here's what it means to live as a conscious creator. It means you stop waiting, you stop wishing, you start embodying, you stop saying, I want, and you start saying, I am. Want health? Act like someone who loves their body. Want wealth? Treat money with care and confidence. Want love? Be love. Radiate it. Speak it. Show it. The field responds to identity, not desire. Don't chase it. Become it. Let me give you a daily blueprint. When you wake up, set your frequency. Don't start with stress. Don't reach for the phone. Start with breath, with gratitude, with visualization. Midday. Pause. Check your energy. If you've slipped into fear, anxiety, or old habits, realign. At night. Reflect. Speak affirmations. Imagine the life you want as if it's already happening. Every single day, you're broadcasting. Make it conscious. And finally, surrender. Not to defeat, but to the intelligence of the universe. There is a wisdom in the unseen, a timing, a flow. You don't need to force anything. You need to align. You need to trust. You need to become so certain, so grounded, so sure of who you are and what you deserve, that the field has no choice but to match it. This isn't magic. This is energy. This is resonance. This is how reality is formed. So here's the final message. You are not small. You are not broken. You are not alone. You are a living signal, a conscious frequency, a powerful co-creator of the universe. The sooner you remember that, the sooner your life becomes something worth waking up for. If you're ready to activate your higher self, say it in the comments. I am ready to create from my true power. And if this message hit you deep, share it. Someone you know needs this right now. And don't forget to subscribe. This journey is just beginning. Because the truth is, the universe is always listening.